Michael was extremely competitive in everything he did. In Michael's second year, the Bulls were not any good, and we were the Boston Celtics, and we were on our way as one of the greatest teams ever to play basketball at any level, at any time. In game one, we kill them. Larry, Kevin, Chief, Danny, DJ, they have great games. And at the end of the game, we look at the box score, and this guy named Michael Jordan, he's got 49 points. We just said, well, yeah, he's pretty darn good, but he'll never do that again. Game two takes 41 shots, makes 22 of them, takes 21 free throws and makes 19 of them and goes for 63 points. The Celtics are able to win the game in double overtime, 135 to 131. But we knew how lucky we had been to win that game because Michael was just so spectacular. That was the game where Larry Bird, in his post-game media comments, said, "I've just seen God disguised as Michael Jordan." And the rest is history.
The setting for this one of the most feared venues in the league. Boston Garden, all ready for NBA playoff basketball. We're here in Boston for Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Playoffs. Hi everyone, Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Mike Fratelli. Mike, Boston holds a 1-0 lead in this series.
And the Celtics showed how dominant they were in Game 1. This is a team that only lost one time at home all season. The Bulls were up against the odds in this one.
And for Chicago, they'll be hoping for another big night from Michael Jordan.
Well, Kevin, in Game 1, he did all the heavy lifting for the Bulls on offense. The Celtics had no answer for him as he went for 49 points. We'll see if they keep looking his way as they try to even up this series.
And the Bulls will start with Charles Oakley and Dave Corzine at the 4 and 5. And in the point will be Kyle Macy. And on the wings, it's the fearsome duo of Michael Jordan and the Iceman, George Gervin. And the Celtics vaunted front court, Bird and McHale at the forward, with Robert Parrish in the middle. The backcourt pairing for them, Dennis Johnson and Danny Ainge.
And the Bulls are in dire need to even this series. Losing by 17 points in Game 1, they need to make a statement tonight.
And so off the tip, it's Boston. To the paint. A shot's good from Parrish.
The floor general leadership of Johnson, outstanding at realizing when a teammate is open.
Jordan kicks it over to Corzine. Back to Jordan. Three-pointer. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. And Clark, the Bulls can't fall down 0-2 in a 5-game series.
Hey, Kevin, it's hard enough to beat this Celtics team in any series, but to take 3 straight games from them, virtually impossible.
I think you're right. Now, here is Ainge. And out of bounds is Chicago gains possession.
Goes to Chicago.
And Clark, here's something that no team has been able to do. Slow down the Celtics front court.
Well, there's just so much talent, actually too much talent at every position to be able to plug all the holes. They hurt you at both ends of the floor, too. Bird, McHale, Parrish, all elite players.
I think someday all 3 will be in the Hall of Fame.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case.
And here is McHale, following the three-pointer by Michael Jordan. Gervin attacking, and it's slammed in by Gervin.
Man, is Gervin fun to watch off the bounce or what? Confidently attacking the rack there.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Gervin against Bird. Back to Johnson. Pass to McHale. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Johnson. It's stolen. And Jordan with 49 points the last game. Clark, any chance you think he'll match that?
I'm never comfortable betting against Michael Jordan, Kevin. This guy is so good and so amazing. He's got the skill and the will to do it. I think a lot depends on what kind of defense the Celtics play on it.
That's going to be the thing to watch. Now, here's Parrish. Shot clock at 5. A wide open look for Bird. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Here's Chicago. Good momentum, 8 straight points. And now for some info on this matchup, let's go across the court to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Now, there are unique differences between these teams, of course. Boston has a huge size advantage, but they like to get on and run. Chicago is a quicker team, but they like to slow it down and set things up. Another unique aspect to the matchup, the Celtics may be bigger, but during the regular season, it was the Bulls who had the offensive rebounding edge. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Certainly Bulls rookie Charles Oakley, Mike, has something to do with their stellar work on the rebounding.
A strong finish for the 9th pick in the draft. Oakley came from Virginia Union. Now, a year later, he's playing in Boston in the NBA playoffs.
He's got presence, though, doesn't he, Mike, on the floor?
And he can back it up with that body.
And the big question and Mike problem for the Celtics. How do they slow down Michael Jordan?
Well, they sent a few options his way in Game 1. They know they need to be better and will still vary their looks.
Hey, whether he's starting or coming off the bench, Mikal is a guy you definitely have to game plan for. His low post moves are ridiculous.
So neither attempt will fall that time for him. And here are the Bulls now. They've got a 10-0 run going. Still hot from his last game. Michael Jordan's momentum carrying over into this one.
Tell you what, the Bulls have really done a terrific job not giving this Celtics crowd a reason to get into it at all.
Celtics trail by 10.
And you look at the Chicago team, and they aren't your typical 8 seed.
You know, Mike, they didn't have Jordan for much of the season, and that certainly skews their record, but they are a fearless, confident, aggressive group that can hang with anybody when they're on their game.
So the Celtics call timeout. They're first.
Looking to stop the bleeding and put an end to this run.
Yeah, coach wants to settle them down and get them organized.
He's checked in for Kyle Mason.
John Paxson.
Here's Johnson. Ainge kicks to Johnson. To stop the run. The shot comes out, and the Bulls going the other way now.
And the Bulls unable to stay with the Celtics in Game 1. It was within reach until the fourth quarter, but fell 123 to 104.
And, you know, it really came down to the experience of the Celtics. That was a huge advantage for them. This is a group of championship players, and they had one of the best regular seasons ever as well.
And Boston has possession after the Bulls pick up 2. Johnson against Paxson. Johnson, the pass to Bird. The rebound by Gervin. And so it's Gervin with it. He brings it up for Chicago. Jordan, count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
First personal
Pretty
foul.
good display of strength by Jordan there. Absorbed the contact and still able to nail the shot.
The Bulls shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
Michael Jordan.
Boston making some changes. Walton comes in for McHale, and it's Easting in for Dennis Johnson.
One shot.
Jordan no good on the free throw.
We all know about Michael's offensive prowess, okay? But he's incredible defensively as well. He works hard at that end, and that's rare for a star.
Chicago leading by 14. Count it. Jordan's got 14 points for the game.
Right out of the starting blocks. They've been dominant at the offensive end.
And that early momentum has helped them put together a nice lead.
Jordan's gotten everything to fall, shooting 6 for 6 tonight. They want to break this scoring drought, Mike.
Well, they've had a lid over the basket for a while now.
Indeed. Gervin against Bird. And again, unable to change momentum here. Here's Jordan. It's good for the 7th time this game. He's shot 7. He has made 7.
Early on, they built this lead on the power of paint points.
Being aggressive in the paint can take a team out of a game early.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
Straight up facts here, guys. They are getting destroyed down low.
Points in the paint, the topic of this timeout conversation. They need to play with more pride.
Look who's coming out of the court. It's your Boston Wizards.
And the Celtics making a change here. Redmond's checked in. The Bulls also changing it up. Green, he's checked in for Corzine. And Banks is subbed in for Griffin. Pass to Ainge. 35 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Wedman. Back to Ainge. 6 to shoot. Can they get it? And it's Jordan with the rebound.
Perfect timing right there to rise up and challenge the shot inside.
And that's not easy to do, but he made it look effortless. He takes defense very seriously.
Here's Wedman. Here's Seasting. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. Michael Jordan getting it done for Chicago. Going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He dictated the pace of the entire quarter. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter in this round one matchup between the Chicago Bulls and the Boston Celtics. Chicago leading by 18.
And the plan for the Bulls this series is to try and slow things down. The Celtics want to get into an up-and-down game. Makes sense with all the weapons they have.
Johnson is out there with Ainge. Then there's McHale. Then it's Parrish. And it's Wedman into the three. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Here's Wedman, following the basket by Michael Jordan. Here's Parrish. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Oakley's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And the slower the game gets, Clark, the more beneficial that is for the Bulls.
And, you know, that's not easy with all the great passes the Celtics have. The Bulls need to make sure they get back in transition because the Celtics are looking to push it every chance they get.
Pushing that pace, you're right. And Boston has possession. You know, you have to give credit to the Bulls so far. Clark, they've managed to slow down the Celtics' big three.
Well, Kevin, they knew they had to be better to give themselves a chance. I mean, so far, I think they've answered the call quite well.
Now here's Banks. Following the shot by Kevin McHale. Shots good by Green.
How do you expand the lead? Increase it. It takes good play on both ends.
Yeah, it's not just about buckets, not just about stops. You need both.
Here's Wedman. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. McHale inside. Guarded by Green. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
And there's Michael Jordan, the assist by Green. 22 points for Michael Jordan.
Boy, what a ruthless, wicked dribble move that time by Jordan. Threw his defender off and got the space he needed to fire.
We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's the pass to Ainge. Here's Wedman. Passes to Parrish. Clock at 6. The Celtics need to get a shot off. McHale missing again.
You know, we all know about the Boston home court advantage. They won 40 games here during the regular season, a dominating home court advantage for the Celtics this year. I love the way he got right to the rim, all the way to the basket. Didn't settle that time.
Running the floor and just doing an excellent job out-hustling everyone else.
And Mike looking at the 2 stars for the team. Michael Jordan right now with the edge over Larry Bird.
And Jordan is a much more pure scorer than Bird. Still, you expect Bird to crank it up later if this team needs his scoring punch.
And they're going to. Now a timeout called by Boston. And Mike, the Celtics, as you said, so dominant at home.
And that home record has everyone in the East nervous about playing them. The Celtics can make the most out of a home court advantage. Hard to see anybody taking many games here.
Here we go, Boston. Now coming over the court are your Celtics dancers. Give it up.
Larry Bird's checked in for the Celtics. Then for the Bulls. Corzine comes in for Green, and Gervin subbed in for Banks. Ainge, the pass to McHale. Bird outside. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take
The ball goes to
Guys,
Chicago.
I'm at a loss for words. What was that?
A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
Boy, and that'll give them a nice injection. Nothing like a rejection to get a team fired up.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. You look at the numbers for Larry Bird this season, Mike, 25, 10, and 7. I mean, numbers that he's put up for several seasons in a row now.
Bird has defined what the small forward position is all about. And that's 6'10", by the way. He impacts the floor in every metric. I'm ready to call him the best small forward ever. It would take a special talent to knock him off that pedestal.
And coming from you, that's high praise. Stolen by Parrish to end the run, and it's good on the way up.
On the drive, Parrish's length is a factor. He can get in there for a shot with just a few steps.
Michael Jordan on the wing. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him. Mike, the Celtics still looking for an answer to Michael Jordan.
And you might see more double teams and triple teams at the rate he's scoring. He's on his way to another monster game scoring tonight.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Walton comes in for McHale, and it's Easting in for Dennis Johnson. Oakley no good on the free throw.
A tone setter both on the floor and in the locker room. Oakley's toughness is beneficial in a multitude of ways.
And now let's head over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Both teams have made veteran acquisitions to bolster their rotations. For the Bulls, it's the Iceman, George Gervin. He'll be 34 a week from today. It's his 14th season after playing in San Antonio most of his career. The 7th all-time leading scorer with more than 26,000 points. His all-time playoff scoring average is right behind Jerry West. It's a pretty good scoring punch. Back to you.
Well said. It is indeed. Thanks, D.A. George Gervin shot 47% this season, Clark, the lowest of his career. But that's because he had fewer opportunities. But you and I know he can still fill it up.
There is no denying that, Kevin. He's been a tremendous scorer throughout his career, one of the very best. And we know George Gervin can finger roll.
Well said.
And during the season, Boston took 5 of the 6 meetings. But Boston was beating just about everyone at that rate.
44 seconds left in the second quarter. Pass to Easting. Parrish high post. That'll be Boston as it goes out of bounds. Celtics retain possession. The Bulls making a switch here. Macy's checked in.
Kyle Macy.
Here is Easting, defended by Macy. 16 seconds left here in the second. Here's Bird. Gervin pulls it in. Down low. Here's Jordan.
Michael Jordan
Slammed on by Jordan.
You know, you can feel they're starting to take control of this one. You just get the sense they've got their hands on the steering wheel nice and tight.
And their play on the offensive end, it's the biggest reason they're winning.
And so it's Chicago. Going to the break, holding an enormous 36-point lead. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. It's called the City of Champions. The third quarter set to get underway here at the Garden. We're here in Boston for Game 2 of the Bulls and Celtics. Second half of play getting going here in Boston.
You look at the firepower of this Boston team. 3 All-Stars in Bird, McHale, and Parrish. And this core has been together for their latest title runs.
And now, let's go to DA.
3 points.
Thanks very much. Now, we know about Larry Bird's determination at certain points, but Michael Jordan has some of those same qualities. He missed 64 games this season with a broken left foot, and Chicago management didn't want him to play anymore. But he put that foot down, citing his love of the game clause that's in his contract, which allows him to play whenever he wants. And he said, I'm going to play basketball. That's what I am, a basketball player. And he's back on the floor. Guys?
David, thank you. It's a great story. Michael loves to play the game, Mike Fratello.
And he rarely seems to get tired. Some people have speculated that because he missed a great deal of the season, he doesn't have the normal fatigue at this time of year.
Second half underway, and here's who Alexi Morris has got on the floor.
First team
We got
foul.
Charles Oakley. Michael Jordan is out there with Macy. Then there's Gerber. And it's Corzine in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And the Celtics core, Clark, won in 1984 and returned to the finals again last season.
And I think for the Celtics team, anything short of a title, Kevin, is a bust. I mean, they know they're the team to beat, and they carry themselves that way. One of the most talented teams we probably ever seen in the league.
I agree. And he can't get the first one.
The best defensive guard in the league. Dennis Johnson makes his opponents work for anything they get.
No good on the second free throw. And the dominance of the Celtics, Mike, have shown again this season. It feels like it's their year.
They know it's championship or bust for them. They figure they'll be tested on the way and could also have to deal with their old pals, the Lakers. But all season long, they have been the front runner, and that won't change until they're knocked out.
They've got the target on their back for sure. Things just haven't come together, Mike, for them in these last couple possessions.
I think they need to slow down and wait for the right shot, a high percentage shot.
Now, here is Ainge. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Shot clock at 6. Parrish kicks to Ainge. Bird way outside. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
My goodness. Oh, boy. Bird is playing some major range, making a tough shot look easy.
Jordan way outside. Michael Jordan is now over the 40-point mark. Again, Mike Fratello in this series.
You look at the Boston defenders, they are at a loss for what to do about Jordan. He's adjusted to their adjustments.
Yes. Well said.
Looking at the way Jordan finished the regular season, you had to know that he was on the verge of having a stellar playoff run. Scary to think how good he'll be in the coming years.
Mike, his work ethic, I know, impresses you so much. Almost 30 points per game for Michael Jordan, Mike, in the final 5 games of the season. An unbelievable streak.
And the future for Jordan looks bright as ever. Starting to show he's more than just a high flyer. He started to develop the skills to score at all levels of the floor.
You sound like a coach, but I know you appreciate that game so much. And that one falls for McHale. Banks checked in for Chicago. He's perfect from the line this time.
And when you look at that stacked 84 draft class, obviously there's Jordan. Some incredible talents in just their second season.
Now, here's Jordan. He has 40, and they double up Jordan. Johnson with it. He's picked up by Jordan. Three-pointer, Bird drills it from outside. Bird's got 6 points.
Boy, the quick release, Bird gets that shot off in an instant. He was ready and waiting to strike.
Mike, a lot of impact players coming in that 1984 draft class in the NBA.
And the talent is at all positions. Great guards, forwards, and of course, Hakeem as a center. Could go down as one of the best draft classes in a long, long time.
You are so right. Walton's checked in for Boston. Wedman comes in for Danny Ainge. Johnson, the pass to Wedman. He kicks it to Bird.
2 minutes remaining.
The feed to Walton.
2 minutes.
Got it. Good job in the low post. Mike, the way this game has gone, the Celtics cannot slow down Michael Jordan.
Well, they've tried some different looks in the first half, but nothing seems to be the answer for Jordan.
You're right. Hits the three-point bomb.
The number of the second half, 3. They are drilling shots.
And that starts with ball movement, putting your shooters in good positions.
Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes are gone. And Jordan continues to be the dominant scoring force on the floor. Mike, Bird can't even keep up with them.
That's no knock on Bird. That's just how special Jordan is. He is putting on an absolute show in this game.
I bet Bird is impressed too. Banks passes to Jordan. From deep. Boston grabs the miss.
If he keeps taking shots from that far out, I think the coaching staff might just find a spot for him on the bench and let him spectate for a bit.
And even if he stays on the floor, he's going to freeze himself out of the offense by pulling the trigger from way back there.
Now, here is Jordan. 43 points in the game. Shoots a 3. Good on the triple.
Michael Jordan.
Jordan's got 46 points.
Firing on all cylinders right now. Jordan is showing no mercy and getting any shot he wants.
Here's Johnson. McHale trying to free himself. Johnson's shot is off. Here's Chicago. From deep, Jordan. Michael Jordan has tied his total from game 1. 49 points for him now. Wow. Trying to find a way out of this rut, Mike.
Yeah, looking to regain some momentum offensively.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Walton. Pass to Wedman. Johnson from outside. No good. It'll count. The shot missing. And so it's the Chicago Bulls enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. Their defense has been active and effective. We come back right after this. Final quarter of play starting in this Game 2 matchup between Chicago and Boston.
And with the injury Jordan sustained this year, he has about as fresh of legs as anyone. He showed that in game 1.
We've got Wedman.
Team foul.
Seasting is out there with Vincent. Then it's Walton. That's the Boston 5. The pass to Seasting. Back to Walton. And Walton throws it down.
You know, Seasting's job is to get the ball to open teammates. Great dime right there.
And Jordan with the broken foot earlier this season, Clark. Boy, right now he looks 100%, doesn't he?
You know exactly right, Kevin. He had some gains towards the end of the year to get himself acclimated and going again. But as you said, he looks locked in now with no holds barred on his game.
No limits at all.
Exactly.
And the Celtics front court hasn't been bad. But the Bulls group, Mike, the Bulls group has really held their own.
And that's a big win for the Bulls. To get equal production from the forward positions gives Chicago a huge advantage. Close range, high percentage looks will never go out of style. That's just strong, fundamental basketball.
He's letting it fly from downtown, and you can see the confidence is obvious when he shoots the 3-ball, and that's part of what makes him such an outstanding shooter.
Yeah, no question. And I don't understand why the defense hasn't adjusted and tried to chase him off the line.
Austin with the ball, following the 3-pointer by Michael Jordan. Here's Vincent, defended by Jordan, and the shot goes in.
A basket by Sam Vincent.
And here are the Bulls now. Fires from deep. Michael Jordan with 58, just 3 points away from tying the postseason record of 61.
And, you know, part of the reason why the Celtics feel comfortable pushing the tempo, the development of Danny Ainge, it gives them another option to initiate the fast break.
Passes it to Vincent. Here's Walton, guarded by Green. And it's Walton missing. Here's Chicago. Mike Ainge, a player that makes a difference off the stat sheet, always doing the little thing.
3 points.
He's an X factor for the Celtics. He can spark the team with a few hustle plays, 3-pointers, a great fit alongside the rest of the Boston Stars.
Terrific fit. So it's the Celtics now, following the 3-pointer by Michael Jordan. Redmond, and the shot is long.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain. Clearly moving into the contact there. He wasn't planted or set.
Yeah, pretty obvious from where I'm sitting that the right call was made.
And here are the Bulls now. They're on a 12-4 run. With a step back. No good that time. And it's Chicago the other way. And here's Jordan outside. What a game from Jordan, Mike. He continues to add to his new record with every score.
I've never seen anything like this. This is as perfect a dominating performance as I've ever seen.
Perfect is a great word to use. Here's Vincent. Fires from 14. A rebound by Washington. Jordan looking around. Here's Macy. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Macy's got his first points in this one.
What concentration from Macy. Impressive basket.
1:49 left in the fourth quarter. Redmond the pass to Vincent. Tried to shoot.
Celtics foul called. Sam Vincent.
Hanks checked in for Kyle Macy.
First team foul. Now into the lineup for the Bulls. Gene Banks.
Here's Jordan. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. To the middle. Here's Washington. Battles through traffic and lays it in.
They can't miss on an absolute tear.
This is a thing of beauty. Perfect offensive basketball.
Stolen by Washington. And here we go. Fast break. Jordan's got it. The shot's good from Banks.
Assist from
Banks has got his first points of the night.
When you face Jordan, you put so much focus on MJ that it creates openings for other guys.
We've got 1:13 left in the game. Inside, here's Walton. And he makes good on the layup.
Yeah, he's been hooping, but the rest of the team, not so much.
Now the Bulls with it. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Pass to Green. Jordan outside. 11 feet away, and there's Green on the assist from Michael Jordan.
What a way for them to finish the game, closing it out with some terrific play.
We've seen too many games slip away late. They did a great job of putting this one to bed.
51 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Pass to Seasting. To the middle.
They're really making a go of it, but perhaps too little, too late.
But you respect them for playing out the string.
40 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Left side, Banks. Here's Jordan. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
And Jordan's jumper simply wet. Love watching him rise up and knock it down.
Here's Boston now. And the pass to Vincent. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Passes it to Seasting. 6 on the shot clock. Plays it up and banks it in.
Superb use of the pick and roll. Seasting realizes exactly how to break down defenses.
And amazingly, the Bulls, Mike, have come into Boston and gotten a win. Great performance from them.
And with the series tied at 1-1 in the next 2 games in Chicago, the Bulls now have a real look at pulling off a miracle.
Well, Clark, the Celtic fans have to be feeling a little bit nervous after losing this game at home.
No doubt about it, especially when they have to deal with Michael Jordan in Chicago the next few games. Jordan at home has been electric, and if he gets hot, the Celtics might not make it back home.
Things have gotten very interesting.